What's the worst thing about your job?
The worst thing? A lot of times the politics. You know, I always like to say that a music supervisor comes on, 9 times out of 10 in post-production. A lot of times music supervisors aren't hired until the movie's shot. And by that time, all the money's been spent. Everybody hates each other, and they've all lost battles to each other, over what the set dressing looks like. Somebody wanted one actor, somebody wanted the other, and the last thing that's going in is the music. And everybody's got an opinion on music. Everybody from the development executive to the cinematographer to all the actors to everybody has an opinion on music, and so you have to figure out very, very quickly, who is actually going to be making that final decision, and kind of stick with them and be able to manage everybody else and protect that one person. So if it's the director, you get in tight with the director. Usually that's, the secret to that is get in with the editor, because the editor is always the confidant of the director and knows basically what's going on. They're the quiet one that sits in the back of the room and kind of like, puts, you give them the selections of music you want to try out and they'll cut it in for you and everything like that. And then you kind of like protect your director and say, hey, look, you tell me honestly what you feel about this stuff, and it'll be my job to kind of fight the producers off for you or fight the studio off for you and kind of help you protect your vision. But if again you find out you start learning that the director really isn't going to be making the final say, you have to work with the director, but understand like what, I'm going to give this to you, but I have to also talk to this one production executive because that's the person who I can tell is the one who's going to be making the say. But it's so painful when you come down the road and literally you're in a film where everybody despises each other, doesn't talk to each other, doesn't want to get in a conference call, let alone a meeting, and you have to take opinions from all of them and kind of like meld them into a real piece of music. So especially with people who think that they are music literate, but you learn very, very quickly that they are not. So
interesting political management.